Hello, everyone. Good morning. How are you? Hello, Christine. Welcome. Other people on Clubhouse and Instagram and LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube. I want to let you know what are my services as a Chief Wellness Officer of BFL. That has been going on since 2020, right? My main thing was I was helping other doctors to deal with the burnout. See, the burnout crisis really reshaping our workforce, right? So, healthcare professionals, especially, they're experiencing burnout at unprecedented levels, with the rates reaching all-time highs across hospitals and clinical settings. This crisis extends far beyond medicine. IT professionals and corporate teams, they face crushing cognitive overload to begin with, from constant connectivity and information deluge. This is what is really happening out there. So the consequences are profound. What is happening there is rising turnover rates, right? Uh, really, they drain institutions or institutional knowledge, let's put it that way, because turnover. People take people and train them and they go somewhere else, right? So also there is this declining morale, which create toxic workplace cultures. The toxic workplace culture is very important for people's health and wellness, right? And of course, attention fragmentation is systematically destroying productivity. And also, AI is taking over after the productivity. People are really lost in that. Okay. So, organizations are hemorrhaging talent while struggling to maintain quality standards. Technology can do some, but especially in wellness, where human beings are involved, a lot of art is involved too. Say, if you are not doing anything, the cost of inaction is staggering, both in human suffering and financial impact, right? The time for strategic intervention, as I consider, is now. It has been like that since I have taken up this as a cause, right? So I want to introduce you myself as to what I'm doing with all this uh, services I'm providing through BFAP, and also my own interest of really helping my friends who are really going through the burnout and then really not enjoying the quality of life, right? So it started with me handling the pressures of the job, and then being the leader of a medical director of a hospitalist team, I had to really help my doctors to deal better, right? That's what I was doing. Okay, why do organization need somebody like a chief wellness officer? That's what I want to do. See, that role represents a strategic investment in organization, organization sustainability, and also human capital preservation. Right, like I said, rehiring and then really brain drain is very much there. So this is about feel good perks. It's about measurable infrastructure that protects your most valuable assets. Measurable infrastructure. Okay. Mental clarity, for example, you want to protect your staff cognitive function and build lasting resilience against workplace stressors. That's the mental clarity. And then reduce turnover, combat burnout related attrition with proactive wellness strategies. Okay. And then also performance improve the focus, improve the morale and clinical or operational performance metrics. Okay. All these make a measurable impact that you can do data driven wellness infrastructure with trackable outcomes. You can do that. Okay. but mental clarity, reducing turnover, and improving performance is the main thing, right? So that's something that we want to do. Okay, always, right? So in here, I come as somebody who had been working as a in the role of chief wellness officer and also CEO of the BA and I just want to tell you a little bit about myself. I'm like a 40 years of experience in internal medicine and geriatrics and biomedical informatics. Okay, so it's a combination of clinical and technological vision to the wellness space. So I found the BFL and I wanted to pioneer in an integrated approach that bridged both the cutting edge medical science and timeless wisdom from the ancient traditions, right? So this unique combination, modern healthcare delivery, artificial intelligence applications, and ancient practices including yoga, breath work, and Vedanta philosophy, that is working out very well for me and for my patients and the family and friends. This synthesis actually create a comprehensive wellness framework. So not only it speaks to the data-driven executive and the human need for meaning and balance. Okay, that is what I need personally. That is what I'm bringing to the job also. Okay, so just understand where I'm coming from and what I'm doing. As a physician, as a yoga expert, as a wellness enthusiast, and a wellness expert too. Okay, so it's a integrated wellness model. See, what is the integrated wellness model? This is a true organizational wellness requiring multi-dimensional approach that address the complete human experience. So we kind of developed the models that synthesize four powerful domains into a cohesive strategy. What are those four powerful things? Number one is modern medicine, obviously. And then number two is biomedical informatics, which I have a master's in that. And also ancient wisdom. And also AI, recently included AI analytics. Let's take modern medicine. It's based on the evidence-based clinical practice and preventive health strategies. They are grounded in the contemporary medical science. Okay, that's what we do. Basically, evidence-based clinical practices. And now you come to the ancient wisdom, yoga, breathwork, and Vedanta practice. They refine over a millennia for mental clarity and resilience. Those practices. And if you take the biomedical informatics domain, data analytics and health technology platforms that really quantify wellness and predict risk patterns. I use the data for that. And then I use the AI analytics, machine learning algorithms that personalize interventions and track workforce wellness trends. Okay, so we look at the workforce and look at how many are calling sick, how many are really impaired at their work because of the physical impairment or mental impairment, how many people are really taking leave and absence, all those things are measured, right? So it's a very simple thing, but once you have this application, then we have real wellness level of the model, and this is the integrated wellness model I apply. Okay, so think about that. Okay, see, there are five pillars of workforce resilience I kind of look at. So building a sustainable workforce that is well requires addressing five interconnected dimensions. Each pillar reinforces the other. So creating a comprehensive resilience framework. My word is the resilience. You can have body, movement, and breath for the physical vitality through, intentional movement, always moving, and breath work that regulate your nervous system activation. That's the first pillar, body, right? Second pillar is about the mind, focus and attention training. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to do on attention and then tell you about what I'm doing with that, what are the courses I'm developing, and you can use them if you want to. But tomorrow is going to be 9 a.m. I'm going to all the channels, right? And then first pillar is body, second pillar is the mind, third pillar is the emotional regulation. You got to have skills for processing at workforce stress and maintain your emotions equilibrium under pressure, equanimous under pressure. That's the third pillar. And the fourth pillar is what is your purpose and meaning of your work? Connection to what is the mission of the organization, and individuals value that sustain motivation during challenges. So, what do you value? What is the meaning and purpose for you in the work? And then the fifth one is you got to do these daily micro practices, which are brief, sustainable rituals. They are integrated seamlessly into workflows for continuous wellness maintenance. You cannot do just in the morning and then stress yourself all day and then go home. No, you want to develop certain daily micro. So you pay attention to the body, mind, emotions, and purpose and meaning, and also you develop these practices that you could do daily, micro practices. So that's what I do. Okay, that helps you to understand. Okay. So we were really describing what I do, how I developed these models, how I develop these pillars that people can really understand and implement them on a daily basis in a micro practice way. Okay, that's what I want to bring it to your attention so that you really know what's going on with me. Let me uh, kind of tell you my signature programs for transformation. Okay, so that's the aim for me. How can I get these people to transform and then take those inner resilience and skills to work? Number one was CSC, I call it comprehensive self care. It's a 12-week structured blueprint. It's more like a complete workforce rejuvenation program. Okay. It addresses physical vitality, emotional balance, cognitive clarity, and also all the participants were engaged in a progressive module covering nutrition, movement, stress resilience, and with the sleep and rest, and also work-life integration, and also calming your mind. Okay, this is designed to scale deployment across departments with measurable milestones and accountability structures. Okay, and the second one I heard, this is actually began in the beginning in 1985. I call that SMET program, SMET. It's like what I've seen all the executives having so much tension. So how can we manage the stress derivative from that executive tension? So this is called stress management for executive tension. So this is specifically engineered for IT professionals, healthcare teams, and corporate leaders facing high-stakes decision-making environments. So they combine rapid response stress techniques with a long-term resilience building. Okay, so this addresses the unique pressures of leadership roles and technical complexity. Okay, that's the doctors, that are the IT people or corporate leaders. So so first one is CSC, comprehensive self care. Second one is SMET program, stress management for executive tension, right? And the third one is PMA, present movement awareness, attention mastery for high performance. So I kind of worked into a laser-like focus now, but it was not there before. But it can be learned by anybody. That's my point. So this is like a advanced training in attention rituals. Okay, self-inquiry exercises that you could do, and awareness practices that enhance your focus and decision making quality. Okay, that is the thing under high pressure. Okay, so participants learn in this program to recognize how their attention is hijacked and how to restore that cognitive clarity on demand. So instead of having a scattered awareness, you transform that into laser focused execution. This is possible. I've seen a lot of people who come to me with scattered mind and not able to really control, but they engage in behavior that makes them scattered. They don't realize that. So once you brought it to their notice, they're able to adjust to that. Okay. So those three signature programs, CSC, SMET, and PMA. Okay. I take a lot of pride and also a lot of investment into this. Right, when I do this stuff, when I see the transformation, that is my reward. Okay, people improve their quality of life and not really looking for some kind of crutches like alcohol, smoking. That makes my day. Okay, so it's not a question of using technology into this job. So I am using AI. I'm trying to share my understanding and my little know-how in the AI. But mainly is really selfish. I want to use the apps to improve my life, to improve my thing. Okay, so I'm not the inventor of anything, but I'm just learning and then doing that. Okay, so traditional wellness programs, they lacked how to do precise and predictive power, uh, but the modern organization demand that. See, this AI augmented platform that they're using here is really transforming wellness from subjective feeling to objective science, which I can measure. The dashboard continuously monitor workforce wellness indicators. It identifies emerging burnout patterns before they become crisis and recommend targeted intervention based on real-time data. So you can take blood pressure of all the people. You can take work absence on all people. You can take a deepening performance, all those things, right? So this isn't a wellness theater. It's a wellness intelligence that is driving strategic decision making at the C-suite level. The corporate heads can do that. They can pay attention to analytics, track cognitive load, and focus patterns across teams and departments. And then we teach them digital hygiene. How can you monitor your screen time, notification exposure, and digital overwhelm metrics? Okay, we can easily track that. Okay, and then you can score the balance. See, there are daily composite scores. So we can synthesize it to physical, mental, emotional indicators, and then give you a wellness score where you are really. And also, you can forecast burnout. Predictive algorithms identify at-risk individuals before clinical deterioration. See, we can use all of that. Yeah, it is all developing. I'm not saying that's a perfect system, but as we implement, we will learn from it, and then we'll also improve it. Right? That's what we do. Okay. So once you understand that those AI augmented wellness dashboard is going to give you better results, then we have results, right? And in our case, healthcare case studies, if you look at it, uh, the interventions delivering measurable improvements across the metrics. See, that most matter to somebody like me is a leader of an organization or anybody else, right? So burnout ratio has gone down to 30% down. And we have increased the engagement in these practices 45%. That's good. And also the decline in turnover, people going away somewhere and all that, that is also there, is 22% declined. Okay, so all these things are important for us. Okay, so when we see dramatic reduction in the decrease of the emotional exhaustion and depersonalization scores, that is very good, right? So we kind of um, do the participating clinicians, and we also measure for the organization itself, but how many people are engaging in this and all that. How many people are really not getting to turnover? So when healthcare organizations implement our chief wellness officer model, they report transformative cultural shifts. They do. So teams rediscover purpose, communication improves, and also patient care quality metrics show corresponding improvements. We are seeing them. So the investment in wellness, that creating a virtual virtual cycle of retention, morale, and performance excellence. That's what we want to see when you are really tackling the burnout phenomena in the culture. You see? So I hope this is making sense to you, because I just want to tell you how important this burnout is, what we are doing otherwise. Okay. So uh, how can you transform anybody's organization's future is by having a strategic imperative. See, the question facing organizational leaders is not whether to invest in workplace wellness, it is whether you can afford not to. So every day, without strategic wellness infrastructure, it represents a lost productivity, increased turnover costs, and diminished competitive advantage. We are seeing that. Okay. So the chief wellness officer model offers you a comprehensive solution combining your clinical expertise, your technological sophistication, and proven implementation frameworks. So my integrated approach addressing the root causes rather than symptoms. Thereby, we build sustainable resilience into the organizational DNA. You got what I'm talking about? So if you want to lead wellness revolution in your industry, you can contact me and explore the CW mode that we can train people on. Okay, so uh, basically, your workforce well-being is your organizational competitive advantage. So preserve the competitive advantage. You want to be well, and you want to create a happy place of your organization. Okay, so that's what I wanted to tell you. As a service, I'm doing this, and I get involved in the people and then advise them on consultation, or go there and visit their corporation, and then talk to the workforce and give them daily micro practice that they can do. You know, move your body, keep your mind quiet as much as I say in the morning or in the evening, and be attentive to one at a time, one task at a time. Deep breathe as much as possible. Maybe take a 1 minute break every 1 hour. Or, those are the micro practice I'm talking about. Or you're eating, sit down and eat. Sit down and savor your food and chew slowly and eat. And choose the food that is going to be natural, seasonal, and also as much as possible pure, not adulterated food. Okay, the food organically grown with the least amount of insecticides or fertilizers. That's a good one. Okay, and also you want to consume the vegetables and all that within 45 minutes of plucking from the tree. That means not long traveling food coming in cans, coming in preserved, all that. Okay, so that's very important to understand, because the cancer incidence is also connected with what kind of things we allow our body to consume, either water or air or the food, right? So those are the things that you want to. So my website is www.be slash, not slash, the dash be dash a dash pal.com. Okay, so that's about it. And I try to present to you what are the services I'm providing, not at the personal level only, but also at the society level, at the professional level, and technologically, and also we are helping the planet by really being conscious about that damages that we go with a lot of excessive information, right? So hopefully that makes sense to you. And if you have questions about it, you can come and ask me. And I thought I will introduce you what I'm doing apart from just giving talks. Okay? I do this stuff pretty religiously, and maybe I will hand one or two people at a time. That's fine with me. But the more people know, the more people come too. I don't do active, marketing and advertising and all that. But I'm okay with that. And I want to help the burnout phenomena that's going on in our. So you can see yourself. Are you really burned out, emotionally exhausted, and don't have meaning of work what you're doing? And also, it has become such a burden on you. Okay, so that is unnecessary. We have so much understanding and knowledge from both scientific and then ancient, that we could always tap into it and develop these programs that will help us to do better. Okay. I think we are here almost like a 26 minutes. I want it to be half an hour. This works out perfectly well for me. Uh, but I wanted to understand, I do come here and service anybody's request, or I just present something that I'm doing. Like tomorrow morning, I am going to talk to you about how we are really distracted all the time, how we have the attention at a premium now. Okay, everybody wants your attention. That's why it is at the highest regarded. So they want your attention to pay attention to what they're selling you, what they are marketing, what they are propaganding, and all that. And you allow that blindly, then you are going to have the attention deficit, which is happening at a large scale. Lot of kids, lot of adults are really distracted, not really understand what is to pay attention to every act that we do. That's the simple thing that I do. Whatever I do, I pay complete attention to it. And anybody can do that. But the problem is, there are so many attacking ways to come and take our attention away from you. So you become progressively more and more distracted. And then it becomes a problem, right? Am I right? Or you are all focused very well and then doing it. It's not like it's a wrong thing or a bad thing, but it's not good for our health. That's all I'm saying. Okay. So if you at least try to focus in the morning, and also at the end of the day, you are better off. Okay. But you can come to that stage where I talked about PMA, present moment awareness. That means you are aware and you are paying attention to whatever you are doing in the present moment. Okay, here and now. This was taught to me by Krishnamurti. Okay, he talked about really perceiving what is in front of me, not bringing lot of data and then through the data like a concept looking at something what says, really allowing my senses, my intellect, everything's focused on what is in front of me, and that treats me. I can use the knowledge, learned experience of the past, but I don't have to give only that and look everything through that lens. Okay, that could be prejudicial, right? But if you can pay attention to what is in front of you, what is sacred, Krishnamurti said. I think he's so right. Okay, and also such a liberation. You are approaching something completely new with your, perception, not continuous thinking. Okay, then if you are perceiving something in front of you as it is, even your relationships improve. Right? Somebody harmed you, somebody said something hurtful to you, and that somebody comes in front of you, and then you look at that person with all that color of your own uh, prejudice, right? That's not good. Okay? But if you can put it aside, forget it, not clinging to that, and then you have forgotten and forgiven that person, and when next time comes, you're not bringing that memory. You're trying to relate to this person fresh and with good eyes. Okay, then you will see what they are. Maybe they are regretting in their mind that they said something. Maybe they want to make amends. They want to tell you sorry, whatever. So you give a chance for them, and then they appreciate that you are not bringing that kind of prejudicial thinking to this movement. That will improve your relationship with your spouse, with your kids, with your family, with your friends, with your colleagues. I'm not kidding. Try it and see how it improves. Okay, so you kind of generate real uh, good wellness. More like they kind of think of you well. Okay, and then they say, okay, this person is okay. Actually, that is the form of language of love that the sages use. Because you could go to a sage and tell all sorts of nonsense that you have done, and then he will show you the way to get out of your ignorance or your mistakes or your, not really knowing what you have to do, no clarity, right? They will give you a clarity, they will help you to see through things very well. And all that they do from the energy of the love, because they are not holding on to the things that we cling to, right? That's what it is. So there's a loving energy that heals everybody. Then you bring that into your relationships and see how that transforms your relationships. So, okay. So it's almost 30 minutes now. We are here 31 minutes. Okay. Um, Tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock, look for that talk on attention. Why we are allowing the scatteredness of our minds and brains to go all over, why we are encouraging lifestyles or technological take our attention away, and what are the consequences of that down the line. Already you can feel that. Okay, and can you retrace them back? Can you go back to a laser focus in your mind? Can you really enjoy being attentive to everything? That's the one I'm going to present tomorrow, but that's only going to give you an indication of what is coming up next Saturday. There will be more exposition of what is happening in life that is scattering our attention, and how we can really uh, come out of that maze, and also be enjoying our life in wellness for a long time, and then also enjoy. Okay, so all right, I will see you tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Okay, you can uh, you won't learn these things unless you explore them. You listen, you explore, and then you allow that lesson that you learn into your life, into your lifestyle. Okay, then you will get it. It's not, don't treat this like a informational sessions. Think more like a, what is the insight I got out of this? The insight that as a culture, as people, we are becoming very distracted. What are the health consequences of that? What is the quality of our life, quality of our work because of that? How can we reverse that? How can you get back to the laser focus, one pointedness that we can, ekagrata? That is what Sanskrit says. Okay, there are so many ways, but you can do meditation, you could do all that in the morning, but you could live a very distracted, scattered mind, multitasking, all that all through the day. So you do some things that aggravate this problem. Okay, so lack of attention. But if the more attentive you are, the more attention grows. Think about that. Okay, so I will see you tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Thank you. Bye bye.